Hi, thank you guys so much for serving this Sunday, June 12th, 2022 in the kindergarten through 5th grade classroom. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the lesson just so that you know kind of what you're walking into on Sunday. The first thing when the kids are starting to arrive is that the music should be playing either on the Bluetooth speaker with the YouTube link that I've sent you or on the CD player with the VBS CDs. As they arrive, you're going to use a black pen to check off their name on the attendance sheet that is inside that white binder. And as they leave at the end of class, you're going to highlight their name with orange because we're no longer saving the stickers on pages. We're using those stickers to make a sticker ball. So collect their sticker and their parent sticker, put it on the sticker ball, and highlight their name at the end of class. Centers are going to look a little different this week in that we're not going to do the normal centers first. We're going to begin by making thank you cards to the Middletown Police Department to thank them for coming out to the Oaks for VBS this week. So we're going to start by making those cards. If they finish their card and turn it into you, then they can choose one center per table to play with after that. Then at 10:10, it's time to clean up the center. Choose one person from each table to put the center back on the white shelf when it's done. And at 10:15, those 3rd through 5th grade students will exit to go to their side of the classroom. Following that, on both sides of the partition, both classrooms, they're going to work on their memory verse. Go over it multiple times with them, the entire thing. And then after you've gone over it a few different ways, then you're going to add the week 2 portion to what's posted in the classrooms. And this week it says, My Insight into the Mystery of Christ. If you're in K through 2, there's a few blank lines that you can choose students to come up and write the words, have the rest of the group help them spell it. If you are in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, it is nothing but blank lines so they can work together to fill in all of the words. Following that, we have prayer time. So when the students share their prayer requests, I do ask that you record them in the purple prayer request book that's in the material box in both classrooms, date it, and just write down those prayer requests, and then model praying through it as a group, and then finish with the Lord's Prayer, which is posted in both classrooms. If you're in K through 2, it's on the door. If you're in 3rd through 5th grade, it is on the dry erase board. Once that is done, around 10:35, it's time for the Bible story. This week is going to look different. Normally, you would be used to us starting with the Gospel Story Bible before referencing where it's at in our ESV Bibles. But this month, we are following the VBS curriculum, and this week's parable does not have a Gospel Story Bible story to match with it. So we're going to start with the Bible. So you're going to look at Matthew 25, 14 through 29 and read it as a group. I would recommend if you're in K through 2, make sure every student has a Bible in their hands and they can you can help them find where this is located and follow along as you read it to them. If you're in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, same thing where every student should have a Bible in their hands. If they bring their own, that's great. If they don't, there are extra copies on the green and white cart. And they can partner up to read it together or to read it independently, or even in groups of 3 before you read it out loud to them so that they read it on their own and then read it together as a group. After reading the story in the Bible, there are some follow-up questions for both groups. You can feel free to add on to these to dig as deep as you would like to go with the story that's appropriate for kindergarten through 5th grade. But this is just kind of a jumping off point with the questions. Following that is where the 2 groups do different activities now. So if you are in K through 2, you are going to do a craft. That craft is, it follows a story about the master giving his servants talents. And so this is kind of the example, and it's got directions. And then these are the 2 pages that they'll need. So that's a talent bag they'll color and cut out. And then this is what goes on top of it. So they're going to color and cut it out and then just glue the bottom edge. Tell them to glue the smile, not the top part, because it's going to work as a pocket to put these different talents inside the pocket that's going to go on the back. And so that is what K through 2 will do. If they finish early, there is also a coloring sheet that kind of shows the 3 different servants when they returned to their master with their talents. The double of the 5, double of the 2, and then the 1 that was buried. So that is what K through 2 will be doing for their craft. Now, if you are in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, you get a special experiment this week. So your object lesson, I'm really excited about. So basically, the point of this one is that God gives you abilities and gifts, but it is up to you to activate them, to use them for God. So we have the plastic bottle I'm going to bring on Sunday. I'm still working on emptying a 1 liter bottle. 12-ounce hydrogen peroxide, or 12%, sorry, hydrogen peroxide, which is in this bag. I'm not going to open it because I don't want to risk it leaking, but 12% hydrogen peroxide, dishwashing liquid, which is here, food coloring, which is here, 1 package of active dry yeast, so you're only going to need 1 of these, 3 tablespoons of warm water, so here is your tablespoon, and I'm going to bring I have like a machine that will boil water quickly, so I'm going to bring that on Sunday, and a plastic cup, which is here. And I also have spoons for mixing, and this is because you need 4 ounces of hydrogen peroxide, which is probably going to be the whole bottle, honestly. Actually, you know what? It is. It says 4 ounces exactly. So I brought this because 4 ounces is the same as half a cup, but you can just pour the entire bottle in. So what you're going to do is you're going to mix the hydrogen peroxide in that bottle and add in some food coloring and a squirt of the dishwashing liquid and mix them. Now in the separate cup, you're going to mix the warm water and the yeast. And when you put that yeast mixture, when you pour that into the bottle that has the dish soap and the hydrogen peroxide, it is going to not explode, but it is going to kind of foam everywhere. So I would recommend doing this outside. Take the kids outside to do this activity. And when they finish it, because this might go kind of quick, so I would have the kids be the ones to do all the different pieces of this experiment, like have them pour in the hydrogen peroxide, have them pour in the dish soap, have them vote on what color they want to make their experiment, so that it'll go a little slower, and then have a discussion about it together outside. When they are finished, you can come back inside and you can have them just write on a piece of paper what they think their talents are that God has given them, and talk about that with a partner. And that is really it for this week. If there's extra time, there's always time for more center activities or to play games like 4 corners or charades. And then again, at dismissal, collect the stickers to add to the sticker ball and highlight their name with orange on the attendance sheet. And that should be everything. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you so much for serving.